A lot of you may have been following what's been going on with the Russia probe, and a lot of you that have been following the Russian probe probably know how confusing it has been. There are Democrats that are obsessed with the Russian probe because they believe that it's going to show that Donald Trump colluded with Russia to get the election. Their Democrats are hoping that they can actually keep this thing alive to the point where it actually becomes a campaign issue. We now have some breaking news that's incredibly damaging for Democrats. It is unbelievably damaging for Democrats to a point where they today are basically freaking out over this. They cannot believe just how bad it is. They cannot believe just how bad it has gotten. They are losing their minds over this because this story is unraveling. Now, I'm going to give you the details that you need to know about this. And some of this is complicated, but it is clearly a complicated issue. And this is the information that you need to know. These are the facts of what we know about this FBI agent that was dismissed from the Mueller probe. He, in fact, changed James Comey's words that he was going to use before Congress to keep Hillary Clinton out of jail. We now know that these words were changed, and that is a fact. We now know because of one member of Congress who asked to get the metadata on this memo, who wrote it, who changed words, what the original words were, and why they were changed. And we now know that these words were changed so that there would not be a criminal probe into Hillary Clinton. The words that were changed were deliberately changed to keep Hillary Clinton out of jail. Now, if you're joining us on Facebook Live, many of you are right now, I really hope that all of you will share this information that I'm about to give you. I hope that every one of you will hit the share button because people need to understand that you had a top FBI agent who now we also know was busted writing emails with genuine disdain for Donald Trump, who was the one who signed the letter to open the probe into Donald Trump. And this is the same FBI agent that also changed the words to make sure that Hillary Clinton stayed out of jail. Now, this is the same FBI agent. This might be the simplest part of the entire thing that I'm about to tell you, but I want you to know that the entire time, and I'm going to go through this line for line so you understand what happened, but you need to understand that we have as a fact now an FBI agent that not only helped keep Hillary Clinton out of jail, but we have the same exact FBI agent who's been dismissed from the Mueller probe, who also is the one that signed the papers needed to actually open up the probe into collusion with Donald Trump. And the same FBI agent has been busted writing emails that showed how much he hated Donald Trump as president of the United States of America. That's part of the reason why he was dismissed from this Robert Mueller probe. This one individual had this much power. This one FBI agent who's now been dismissed was clearly covering for Hillary Clinton for political reasons, clearly doing what he could to keep Hillary Clinton out of jail, and clearly was doing everything he could to try to find a way to put Donald Trump and his associates in jail. Now, I'm going to go through this, and I hope that you understand everything that I'm going to tell you, because this is, again, as I told you, a complicated issue, but it's an important issue. And the entire time that I'm giving you all the data that I'm about to give you, I want you to just remember that I'm telling you about one person who did all of what I'm about to tell you. Now, I will get your phone calls, but again, if you're joining us on Facebook Live, I hope you will hit the share button so that everybody else that you know will get this information, because the media tonight is not covering this. First off, the FBI agent that has been dismissed, and that's a fact, from the Mueller probe changed FBI Director James Comey's description of Clinton to the words extremely careless, because the original words used were words that actually would have put her in jeopardy criminally. I want you to think about that. a former top counterintelligence expert at the FBI, now at the center of a political uproar for exchanging private messages that appeared to mock Donald Trump, changed a key phrase in former FBI Director James Comey's description of how former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton handled classified information to use new wording that would then not allow for a criminal probe on the matter. Get your head around that for a second. Electronic records show that this FBI agent, Peter Strzok, who led the investigation, this guy led the investigation of Hillary Clinton's private email server as the number 2 official in the counterintelligence division, changed James Comey's draft language describing Hillary Clinton's actions, and the original wording that came from James Comey was, quote, grossly negligent. Grossly negligent is something in the law that clearly would have allowed for Hillary Clinton to have been charged with a crime, to have been indicted, to have been investigated further. This individual changed those words from grossly negligent to, quote, the now famous words used by James Comey in front of Congress that he used called, quote, extremely careless. The only reason to change this is so that Hillary Clinton would be protected from actually being indicted. There's more to this. 1-800, and I'm going to get your reaction, 1-800-474-9732, 1-800-474-9732. I want to get your phone calls on this. I'm going to give you more on this coming up in just a moment. Let's get you a quick check on traffic and your national headlines first. Much more coming up.
From the Wolf Chase Toyota.
Hey, guys, on Facebook, really nice to have you with us tonight. I'm going to continue to give you guys information through the break here because there's so much information. And what I'll ask you is this one thing. I hope that every one of you that's listening to me right now, that's watching on Facebook Live, will share this. Hit that share button and share this information with others because people need to understand exactly what's going on here. This is clearly one individual who was in charge of investigating Hillary Clinton that wasn't investigating Hillary Clinton, that was actually helping Hillary Clinton. It's very clear to me that this FBI agent never had any intent of investigating Hillary Clinton for criminal wrongdoing. He had every intention of protecting Hillary Clinton from criminal wrongdoing while he was investigating her. Think about how messed up that is. This is also the same FBI agent that then decided that he was going to open up the probe into Russia meddling in our elections to attack Donald Trump. This is also, he's involved in a third story. The same FBI agent who's now been dismissed from Mueller's probe also wrote emails. An FBI agent, I want you to think about this, has actually been fired from the Russian probe, changed James Comey's Clinton memo to protect Hillary Clinton while he was investigating Hillary Clinton. We also know that this individual wrote emails attacking Donald Trump. Attacking Donald Trump while he was the president of the United States of America, showing real disdain politically for Donald Trump. And so this FBI agent's been fired from the Russian probe. Changed Comey's Clinton memo to make sure that Hillary Clinton could not be indicted. Now, I want you to think about this for one moment. If an FBI agent had been fired from a probe into Hillary Clinton because they showed bias towards Donald Trump conservatives, can you imagine how much the media would be covering this tonight? Do yourself a favor. Go look at all the channels. Go look at every channel and look who's not covering this. Look who's downplaying this. Look who's minimizing this. Look who's barely covering it or not covering it at all. Why? Because they know it doesn't fit the narrative that they wanted to get out there. They know how damning this information is.
10 seconds. Here we go.
To those that support Hillary Clinton. They know how damning this information is to this probe into Donald Trump and this story of meddling for all Democrats. All right, we're going to get back on the air here, and I'll get your phone calls. Make sure you hit the share button.
Now, back to Ben Ferguson on 600 WREC and 600WREC.com.
All right, to recap for you, an FBI agent has been fired from the Russian probe that he signed and started, not only because he was busted writing emails ripping on Donald Trump as a president politically, having much disdain for Donald Trump politically, but also he changed James Comey's Clinton memo to make sure that the wording he used could not be used to actually indict or criminally charge Hillary Clinton with a crime. Now, I'm going to go over this again for you so that you guys understand exactly what's happening, but everything that I'm telling you right now involves one FBI agent, one person who protected Hillary Clinton while he was in charge of the investigation into Hillary Clinton and went after Donald Trump and made sure that Hillary Clinton was protected at the same time. A former top counterintelligence expert at the FBI, now at the center of this political uproar for exchanging private messages that appear to mock Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, changed a key phrase in the former FBI Director James Comey's description of how former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton handled classified information. Electronic records show that this FBI agent, who led the investigation of Hillary Clinton's private email server as a number 2 official in the counterintelligence division, changed Comey's draft language describing Clinton's actions as, quote, grossly negligent, to those now famous words that were given to Congress that read extremely careless. Now, the FBI is saying, quote, the drafting process was a team effort with a handful of people reviewing the language as edits were made, according to another U.S. official familiar with the matter. Now, why does the words grossly negligent, changing them to extremely careless matter? Great question. Here's the answer. The shift from the words grossly negligent to extremely careless, which may appear to be not a big issue at first glance, reflects a decision by the FBI that could have had potentially massive and significant legal implications for Hillary Clinton. Why? Because the federal law governing the mishandling of classified material establishes criminal penalties for gross negligence. Let me say that again. If the words would have stayed the way that they were before this FBI agent who's now been fired changed them, federal law governing the mishandling of classified material establishes criminal penalties for gross negligence. These words were changed, obviously, to keep Hillary Clinton out of jail. If you agree with me that this is that simple, I'll take a poll question for you guys on Facebook Live. I want you to hit the share button. If you disagree with me, I want you to hit the angry face. But if you see this the way that I see this, that clearly this FBI agent who's been fired, dismissed from the Mueller probe, changed Comey's words to Congress to keep Hillary Clinton out of jail, I want you to hit the share button. If you disagree, hit the angry face, and I'll tell you guys all in a moment exactly what this poll looks like as we've asked you in real time here. Now, let me go on to more about this. The drafting process, they say that was this team effort, this wording is not going well with the Senate Judiciary Chairman, Chuck Grassley, a Republican from Iowa. Now, he's not a big fan of Donald Trump either, but he raised questions now over why the change was made. After receiving documents from the FBI last month, the identity of who was behind the edit has not been reported until now. And now we know just how corrupt this FBI individual was, protecting Hillary while attacking Donald Trump, trying to save Hillary Clinton from prosecution while trying to actually prosecute Donald Trump. This is the same guy that signed the papers for the FBI probe to open into collusion with Russia. We know this guy's politics now. It's obvious. Now, we've also learned that this FBI agent was the FBI official, and this is a fact, and I hope you share this with your friends, who signed the document officially opening an investigation into Russian meddling in the 2016 election. That, according to sources familiar with the matter. In fact, this FBI agent, as a number 2 official in counterintelligence, he was considered to be one of the Bureau's top experts on Russia. Now, as the news of this FBI agent's direct role in the statement that ultimately was designed to clear the former Democratic presidential candidate of any criminal wrongdoing, now combined with the fact that he was dismissed from the special counsel Robert Mueller's team after exchanging private messages with an FBI lawyer that were clearly seen as favoring Clinton politically, is giving ammunition to those, including the president, who seek to clarify that this Mueller Russian probe is 100% politically motivated. Remember, this FBI probe by Robert Mueller that has indicted Flynn, that has indicted Manafort and his business partner, none of those indictments have involved anything with Russia directly. None of those indictments have had the words collusion have been used. They've all been indicted for one or two things: flat out lying to the FBI, which you deserve to get charged with a crime for doing that, or for fraud and tax evasion and everything else which Robert Mueller was busted for that had nothing to do with the Trump campaign. Why isn't the media covering that? Guess what? The FBI today and the Justice Department both have declined to comment on this story or this issue. I wonder why. The FBI and the Justice Department declining to comment, but there's more. It was reported in November that James Comey and his FBI colleagues were, quote, playing with the language throughout the process of drafting Comey's statement on Clinton, believing that they needed to condemn the former Secretary of State's handling of classified information while also making clear they would not recommend criminal charges. That, according to a source familiar with the FBI's decision. Now, James Comey ultimately called Clinton's conduct, as we now know, extremely careless. Then he went beyond the scope of what his job was. He started acting like a prosecutor when he gave his personal opinion and said that no reasonable prosecutor would pursue charges based on the evidence. And remember, that's not the FBI director or the FBI's job to be a prosecutor. Their job is to lay out what laws were broken and hand it over to a prosecutor and let them decide. What the FBI did there was virtually unprecedented. Now, the statement that kept Hillary Clinton out of the prosecution's bullseye read like this to Congress, quote, although we did not find clear evidence that Secretary Clinton or her colleagues intended to violate laws governing the handling of classified information, there is evidence that that they were extremely careless in their handling of very sensitive, highly classified information. That's what James Comey said back in July of last year. If those two words, extremely careless, would have been changed or would have stayed the way they were originally written to grossly negligent, Hillary Clinton clearly would have been indicted for a crime. We know now all of this. Senator Grassley said that documents the FBI provided to the Senate Intelligence Committee in November included an earlier draft of Comey's exoneration statement from May 2016, which stated, quote, there is evidence to support a conclusion that Secretary Clinton and others used the private email server in a manner that was grossly negligent with respect to the handling of classified material. Think about that. Where did that statement go? It disappeared because you had an FBI agent who's now been fired from the Mueller probe who changed it to cover Hillary Clinton's ASS while attacking Donald Trump. Grassley has then asked after he found this information. I give Chuck Grassley a lot of credit for this. He then asked for the electronic metadata, which would include who created the original drafts, who made the edits to the draft statement, and when those edits were made. Sources familiar with the requests tell CNN that Grassley has received the metadata, but he wants the FBI to provide further explanation about the changes. Grassley's office not grandstanding and not giving statements on this. Just for a moment, imagine that this scenario was going on with Obama, and imagine what every headline of every paper would look like. Imagine what the news media would be doing for days and weeks and months on end, calling for the head of this FBI agent, calling for a full investigation, calling for all of it. Where are those same people now? Where are they? 1-800-474-9732. 1-800-474-9732. I want to get your phone calls in here and see what you think about it. I want to get your reaction. 1-800-474-9732, 535-9732. All right, it is our last couple of days, unfortunately, of our awesome giveaway that we've been doing here on our show. And tonight, I'm going to do it again because we're winding this down. I am giving away to the first 100 of you that sign up a free membership to AMAC, the conservative alternative to AARP. If you are 50 or older, it is time for you to join 1.3 million conservatives and sign up for AMAC, the conservative alternative to AARP, and I'm going to give you a 1-year free membership right now. Why should you join? Well, first off, AMAC helped get the tax breaks that are going to save a lot of you watching and listening right now a ton of money on your taxes. They were fighting against AARP, who was actually against those tax cuts. And now they're fighting to repeal and replace Obamacare because AARP is fighting to keep Obamacare. AARP is one of the most liberal lobbying groups on Capitol Hill. They even helped write Obamacare. People don't realize that. And you want to know how sick and perverted AARP is? They have made more than $3 billion in profit, taking advantage of seniors by selling them supplemental insurance that they desperately need because of the failure of Obamacare. They helped write a bill knowing they would make billions off of it. They're trying to keep that bill, Obamacare, the law of the land, so they can keep making billions off the back of retirees and seniors who desperately need supplemental insurance because Obamacare isn't giving them the coverage they need. That is why I want you to join AMAC tonight for free. I'm going to give away 100 free memberships, the first 100 of you that call them right now and sign up, or sign up online. First of all, when you call them, you got to use the name Ben, and you'll get a free membership. Call them right now, 1-888-466-9583. 1-888-466-9583. 1-888-466-9583. The first 100 of you that call, you'll get a 1-year free membership to AMAC. You'll get their newsletter, you'll get their magazine, which gives you all the latest political news that you need, and you get all the benefits. You get roadside assistance discounts, you get restaurants discounts, retail discounts, you get travel discounts, rental car discounts. The list goes on and on. But the most important thing is you'll be represented in Congress by a conservative group that's fighting for lower taxes and to repeal Obamacare. Call them 1-888-466-9583 or online at AMAC, that's AMAC.com. amac.us/Ben. AMAC, AMAC.us/Ben. Let's get you a quick check on traffic.
Go ahead.
Hey, everybody on Facebook, nice to have you with us tonight. I want to take a look at this poll question I just told you about a moment ago, and we'll see where we are right now. If you agree that the media is disgusting for not covering this the way they should be, I want you to hit the share button. If you agree that this FBI agent deserves to be fired, I want you to hit the share button. Now, if you disagree with me, I want you to hit the angry face. And I'm going to refresh this real quick, and let's see how many of you agree with me on this one. I'll give it about 5 seconds for you guys to get your votes in. If you agree with me that this is absurd, that Hillary Clinton was clearly protected by the FBI and this agent who's now been fired, and that this should be a full investigation into this individual and the collusion. I mean, you want to talk about, this is collusion, by the way. The FBI is supposed to be investigating collusion with Russia. They should be looking at collusion with Hillary Clinton. 1-800-474-9732. I want to get your phone calls on this. And again, if you agree with me, I want you to hit the share button. So far, 1,549 of you have hit the share button that agree with me. 259 of you have hit the angry face, saying that you don't think this is a big issue, that you don't think that the FBI agent did anything wrong by protecting Hillary Clinton. I don't know how any of you could agree with that point of view, but obviously you do, and that's why we take these polls. One other thing I just want to let you know real quick. I put up the link for you guys to get a free membership to AMAC in the comment sections. The first comment up there, you guys can actually click on that link and join AMAC for free. You just click on the link, sign up for a free 1-year AMAC membership, or you can call them 1-888-466-9583. You got to use the promo code Ben to get the free membership when you call, but that is on the right side of the page in the comment section. So make sure you sign up. Give it to your parents or your grandparents if they need to sign up, or you can sign them up yourselves, and we'll get more of your thoughts on this. I do want to get your phone calls, so I'm going to get Diaz to actually open up 2 phone lines just for you guys on Facebook if you're watching us right now, so you can call in. Give me your reaction to this. The number 1-800-474-9732 if you want to call in on this. 1-800-474-9732. One other thing about this that you need to know is that Mueller's top investigator, and this is the point that you got to understand, this is Mueller's top investigator, was removed from his own probe after anti-Trump memos were found. Think about this. Mueller's top investigator was removed after anti-Trump memos have been found. How do you not go backwards and completely reopen this investigation into Hillary Clinton when he was a top investigator that was investigating Hillary Clinton and investigating whether she broke the law with her FBI, with her server and her private email server and the misuse of classified information? This guy was protecting Hillary Clinton, and we know he supported Hillary Clinton for president because it's clear from his memos he hated Donald Trump. It's very clear from his memos that he hated Donald Trump. By the way, a lot more of you are voting right now, so I'll let you get it in here one more time. If you agree with me that this FBI agent that's been dismissed from the Mueller probe and charged and changed James Comey's words to keep Hillary out of jail should be investigated, full investigation, I want you to hit the share button. If you disagree and you don't think it's a big deal, I want you to hit the angry face. And I'll give you a new update of what these numbers look like. I'll refresh it real quick. Diaz, how much time do I have till we get back on the air here?
15 seconds.
All right, we're going to get back on the air here. So far, let me just tell you real quick. 1,709 of you have shared this. 272 of you have hit the angry face. So a lot of you agree with me on this one. All right, let's get back on the air here. We'll get to your phone calls. Here we go.
Back to Ben Ferguson on 600 WREC and 600WREC.com.
All right, welcome back. It is the Ben Ferguson Show. New report out that Mueller's top investigator removed after anti-Trump memo was found. A report published this past weekend claimed that over the summer, without telling Congress, special counsel Robert Mueller sacked Peter Strzok, one of the top FBI agents investigating alleged Russian collusion, because of the agent's history of anti-Trump bias. This FBI agent was, quote, reassigned this summer from Mr. Mueller's investigation to the FBI's Human Resources Department, where he has been stationed since. So now this guy's in charge of HR. That's great. That's so great. You know, the sad thing is about this, the New York Times actually reported on this story. That's how long this story had been out there, that they actually did it. Tell me that's not jacked up. It gets worse. That colleague, the people briefed on the case, said the transfer followed the discovery of text messages in which this FBI agent and a colleague reacted to news events like presidential debates in ways that clearly could appear to be critical of Mr. Trump. That colleague had been FBI lawyer Lisa Page, whom this FBI agent reportedly had an affair. Now, while the Times tried to frame his removal as proof of Mueller's integrity, a couple problems are sticking out like a sore thumb, as one reporter put it. This man wasn't just removed from Mueller's investigation. He was totally fired from his position and moved to a do-nothing job in human resources. And that isn't going to happen for a private text between a couple of coworkers. This clearly suggests far more was at play, which makes sense given the fact that this man's role in investigating the former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton was the guy who was protecting her by changing words in James Comey's memo. I got to leave it there because I'm out of time. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. Have a great night, and I'll give you even more of this breaking news info tomorrow.
5, 4.
Hey, guys, on Facebook, I just want to say really nice to have you with us tonight. And let me just say a couple of things here before I let you go. One, there's going to be a lot more information that comes out about this. I'm going to bring it to you every day. If you haven't liked our page, we go live every day. Make sure you click on Ben Ferguson. It's in blue on the right corner, and actually like our page, follow our page so you know when we go Facebook Live. That's the first thing. The second thing is, if you've not taken advantage of your free membership to AMAC, like I said, the first 100 of you, 50 or older, that want to join the conservative alternative to AARP for free, make sure you do it right now and be one of the first 100 to do that, and you'll get a 1-year free membership to AMAC, the conservative alternative to AARP, for free. All you have to do is call them right now. Leave a message if they already closed, because they close in about 3 minutes. Or you can sign up online. I have put the phone number on the right side in the comments section. You'll see it there pinned. You can call the number or click on the link right now, and you can sign up for AMAC for free. You'll get discounts on roadside assistance. You'll get discounts on travel, discounts on insurance products, discounts on restaurant, and then most importantly, you'll be standing with 1.3 million conservatives fighting against higher taxes and fighting against AARP, which is keeping Obamacare, because they're making billions of dollars off of it. No, that's not a joke. AARP has been abusing seniors. They've made $3 billion in profit. $3 billion in profit selling supplemental insurance to seniors. They helped write Obamacare knowing it was going to be a disaster, knowing that they could sell their insurance products. They have all the power on Capitol Hill right now, and we have got to fight back. So, again, you can call them 1-888-466-9583. You use my name, Ben. Call them 1-888-466-9583. Or you can go online right now. If you're one of the first 100, you'll get a free membership. Go online to AMAC, that's AMAC.us/Ben. You can open up a new browser page, do it right now, or click on the link in the comments. I got it right there pinned, amac.us/Ben. Lastly, don't forget, click on our name, Ben Ferguson Show. Follow our page. We do this every single day. And like our page so you get all of our news updates. I'll have more on this story tomorrow. One other thing, if you guys will all hit the share button right now, we've done this a couple times where literally people that hit the share button, if every one of you watching right now hits the share button and we get this news out there, we've had more than 1 million people hear what we're putting out that the media is not putting out. So I would ask you, all of you that agree with me, that want this info out there, hit the share button right now and share this on your timeline. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great night. God bless America, and take care of each other.